Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Welcome to Around the Turnbuckle 43rd anniversary edition. 3WA's anniversary tonight in Quakertown. I'm the Big Alboski. That guy right down there is Professor Keith, as always. And joining us this week is our co-host, our special guest co-host, the ROADBLOCK CHAD MCCOY. What's up, brother?
First of all, Big Al, why don't you get that stupid hat off your head before I put my hand through the mic and smack it off your head? What's up, Professor? How's it going, buddy?
Doing well, Roadblock. Little truth, justice, and the American way on the show this month. I'm not under attack for once. This is great.
What the hell's up with Big Al wearing that stupid hat?
You know how it is. They send him the check, and he just...
You know, I know you carry the broadcast crew. I mean, you guys, yeah, it's mostly you. You know, he puts his 2 cents in every once in a while.
Yeah. I think we work pretty well as a team, despite his obvious, biases.
You know what?
You don't have biases? He has biases, Chad MCCOY. When you come out, he's all like, oh, there he is, the hometown hero, the American Wonder Man. Oh, Superman's here. Let's all jump up and down and throw popcorn at him.
First of all, you know what? Superman will be there tonight because the Superman gimmick is coming out tonight for the special show.
Oh, here we go. Okay. Anyway, shout out to the 2-year 3WA Hardcore Champion who is not with us this time. Chad MCCOY was gracious enough to join us, and we are going to break down the entire card for tonight. But JT Cage will be taking on the Wolfman. We'll talk about that down the road. We got a big return tonight. We'll talk about that later. And we also got the main event, Demetrius Arion versus Barbarian. Send in your comments and your questions for the ROADBLOCK Chad MCCOY. We did have an interview with Chad MCCOY a couple of years ago. It is on our YouTube page. You can check that out. We are going to revisit that, and we are going to actually have him on again soon, since now we figured out we can. Boom, there he is. He is on here. So we're going to have him on Around the Turnbuckle very, very soon in the next couple weeks. But tonight, guys, gentlemen, congratulations to Dino Sana, Katie, Paul, everybody involved with 3WA. You all should stand up and give yourselves a round of applause, because 3WA for 43 years in this business, in the independent circuit, those guys out there will tell you, any wrestler, any referee, any promoter, any ring announcer, any whatever you are, worker, whatever you are, will tell you that 43 years is not nothing to sneeze at. 43 years in the professional wrestling business, especially in the independent scene, is monumental and one of the longest reigning in the country, and they should be proud of that. So congratulations to all of you, including you, Roadblock, even though you told me to take my hat off.
Thank you. And I will give it to those guys. I've been with them for the last 15 years, and it's been one hell of a ride. I have no complaints.
We have comments coming in. Speaking of Mr. Cage, he's in. He says, this show sucks even more than, does that say Blockhead is on here? Go to bed.
Well, I got a message for Cage.
Go ahead.
Tell him to stop running his mouth. And, you know, he made it to the 2-year mark. There was one other guy that held that belt for 2 years, too, and you're talking to him. So
yes.
He didn't beat me for the longest reign of the belt.
Yeah, and then he's also going to say that he took it from you 2 years ago, but, anyway.
Look at our matches. We've had 6 matches. We're 3-3. There will be a tiebreaker.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Need to make it happen.
Keith and I would love to call that for sure. All right, let's get into tonight.
I would love to have you guys call it. You guys are one of the best tag team out there of calling matches.
We appreciate that a lot.
You guys make an old guy like me. Like, when you guys call matches, it makes me feel like a kid all over again, because you guys know how to do it. So
that's awesome. Anyway, let's go and get right into the card, gentlemen. We'll start with, and along the bottom of the screen, guys, general admission $20. Doors open at 6. Q Mart, Quakertown is the place to be. This is like their WrestleMania. This is their grandest stage. This is their 43rd anniversary show, and it's going to be awesome. Every anniversary show that Keith and I have attended has been awesome. And Keith, I'm doubly excited because this is the first time you and I are calling one of them live. And if you asked me and Keith 3 years ago if we'd be sitting here calling the 43rd anniversary, we would have called you a liar.
Yeah.
Right?
Never, ever would have imagined that we'd be in this position. I've told Mr. Sana and everybody else, I'll say it to you as well, Roadblock, I'm so grateful that you guys give us this opportunity every month. As supportive and encouraging as you guys are of what we do, you've let us in, you've made us part of a family, and it means the world to me.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys something. I mean, I'm not too close to the whole lot of the guys. I try to stay to myself, but I'll tell you what. You know, Big Al, I give you a lot of BS. I like you guys. You guys make the old timers feel good, and you guys have always treated everybody, and I mean everybody, with respect. So you guys are aces in my book. So
thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, our first match, gentlemen, is a tag team affair with Nice and Smooth, Tom Mitchell and Trace Parker versus the Bad Fellas, and both of these teams are jockeying for position to go after the 3WA Tag Team Championships. Gentlemen, Professor, how do you feel about this match?
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be a great match, Al. I mean, this is the youth movement that's going on in 3WA right now. You got 4 young, hungry competitors. Tom Mitchell, no stranger to gold over in the SWO. Trace Parker, young guy getting it together, tough as nails, has had some bad breaks lately, but putting it back together. The Bad Fellas, they're hungry, they're ready, they want this. It's going to be a barn burner of a match, and it's frankly probably too close to call. The Bad Fellas have had a little bit of a problem lately getting some momentum going. Nice and Smooth coming in with a little bit of a nice hot streak right now. It's going to be interesting to see if they can keep that momentum going, or will the Bad Fellas derail it?
Chad McCoy.
To me, you know what the game changer is going to be in that match is Bambino. He's a powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
If Pretty Smooth can't take him out, I don't think they have a chance. I can see the Goodfellas, beating them. I worked the Goodfellas, and those guys are good. I have never worked Mitchell and his partner, so I don't have a whole lot to say, but I've been in the ring with the Goodfellas, and they gave me a run for my money. So,
well, I'll tell you something about the Bad Fellas. I'll tell you, they are tough, but don't underestimate the toughness of Tom Mitchell. He is a big dude. Nothing against Trace. Trace is a high flyer. Trace likes to move around the ring, and he's a very technically sound guy. But Tom Mitchell has deceptively strong power. And I don't know if he can match the Don or not. That's what we're going to find out. But I like the Bad Fellas for this one. Professor, your prediction?
I think Nice and Smooth has been on a bit of a hot streak lately, but it's hard to root again. It's hard to take into account that we haven't seen them in a little while. Could there be some rust there? If there isn't, I think it's going to be Nice and Smooth. But again, like you said, like Roadblock said, Donnie Bambino is that X factor. If you can't solve for Bambino, it's not going to be a good night for Nice and Smooth. He
hits the cannoli roll, it's over. What's up, Roadblock? What's your prediction?
I'm going with Goodfellas just because Bambino's a freaking tank.
He is.
He is a powerhouse, and Cunningham is as sound as you can be too. I mean, he's a technician in there too.
Cage is back. He says, "Don't you all forget who the 3WA Tag Team Champions are. We would smash both those teams, just stating facts."
Well, you may get your opportunity coming up, sir.
He is one half of the Tag Team Champions.
He is.
Hey, I got a question for Mr. Cage here. What happens when...
Whoa, look at that. Donnie's here. What's up? What's up, Don?
What happens with Cage when the Brotherhood comes back? I hear word Jack Molson's getting pretty healthy, and he even put on some size. So,
good God, Jack with more size.
I know it's all.
I heard he's well over 400 pounds now, and He's as strong as a bull. He ain't quite me, but he's right behind me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, our next match we're going to talk about here is Malcolm King, another member of the original family, since we haven't talked about them enough, against the returning full-time beast, Evan Atlas. Professor, what do you think of this match?
Wonderful to see Evan back in action, of course. This one signed after what happened at Renegers, that absolute mayhem in the main event. You know, Evan Atlas and Malcolm King came over and almost took us out at the broadcast table. We had to run pretty fast on that.
How dare he?
You know, the bottom line is I think the 3WA locker room is getting tired of the original family. I think you're starting to realize strength in numbers. The only way to deal with these guys is going to be, if you can't divide and conquer, then when they start their tactics of double teaming, triple teaming, whatever, the whole locker room's got to come out and the whole locker room's got to deal with it. This has become personal. You know, it hasn't actually been a match yet. We only had that one brawl, but bottom line is Evan Atlas and Malcolm King are going to tear it up. And Evan Atlas, I think, is coming in with that momentum. He's shaking that ring rust off. He's been in heavy training. Malcolm King's going to have his hands full tonight.
All right, Roadblock, what do you think?
I say the same thing. Both guys are strong as hell. I've been in the ring with both guys. You know, I've had a problem with the original family for well over 2 years. They've been kicking my ass. I've been kicking their ass. Evan Atlas is a special kind of athlete, though. That guy's got speed, power. He can work any style. I mean, this match is way too close to call because Malcolm is strong as a bull, too. And once he gets his hands on you, it's almost game over.
You know, I'd venture to say, because of Malcolm being one of the tag team champions and Evan Atlas being the former 3WA Extreme champion, that the winner of this match might be in the conversation for a heavyweight championship match down the road. Just saying. Too close to call, though. I'm going to go with Malcolm King because of obvious reasons. All right. Our next match, gentlemen, hits the 3WA Hardcore Champion for 2 years, JT Cage, defending against the former champion and the legendary Wolfman. Heath, I'm going to let Chad McCoy have this one first.
Well, you know what? I'm a little bit particular about this match. Now, at Renninger's last show, didn't I whip Cage's ass inside the cage?
Yes, you did.
And I got the win?
Yes, you did.
I think a roadblock should be thrown into this match and make it a three-way. What do you boys think?
Oh.
And you know, I've been in the ring with Wolfman at least 30 times, so I know what Wolfman's all about too. I think it would be one hell of a three-way myself. I'll let it at that.
My gosh. Professor, what do you think?
I tell you, that would be something. But, you know, it's beyond personal with Cage and the Wolfman right now. If you watched Inside the Squared Circle this week, you know we talked extensively about this match. Wolfman has been absolutely apoplectic anytime you bring up JT Cage's name to him since last October and that coffin match. Wolf hasn't forgotten a damn bit of that. And Wolf is also the longest reigning hardcore champion. And he's getting pretty tired of hearing JT Cage talk about his 2 years. Remember, Wolf had it from 2015 to 2019 before he lost it. The Wolfman would love to get his hand raised and be called the hardcore champion once again.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I just think it's really hard for me, and I know you guys are going to call me biased, but it's hard for me to doubt JT Cage is not retaining his championship when he's had it for 2 years. You know, it's kind of like betting against, you know, the Atlanta Braves right now because they're so hot, or betting against the, you know, the Kansas City Chiefs being in the Super Bowl next year. It's hard to bet against the champ.
Yeah,
So,
but any champ can slip on a banana peel. Just remember that.
well, sure. And I'm not saying the Wolfman can't, you know, get a shot in with some weapon because he's crazy. I mean, the guy's nuts.
Yes.
You know?
And you know what the cool thing would be if it was all three of us tonight? Look at it. We were the last three guys to hold that title. So you
That's
got the last
true.
three champions.
But don't you think it'd be a handicap match? Because you guys both hate Cage. It's not like either one of you hate each other.
Wolf is a Brotherhood associate. I mean,
I don't-
in fairness.
Cage is just got an attitude. Yeah, I don't like him, but I will give Cage one thing. He is a tough little bastard. I will give him that.
Mike Rivera's here, or AKA Mikey Raw. Happy 43rd anniversary, 3WA. Glad to be part of this organization. Much love and respect to you guys. See you guys later. That is the 3WA High Impact Champion checking
indeed.
in. And ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is the over 2-year 3WA Hardcore Champion, because Roadblock done said his name too many times. JT Cage and his manager, the original Hat Guy.
Thought we had a break this
Oh,
month.
you done messed up now, Roadblock. You done messed up now. I was going to mind my business, watch Night of Champions pre-show, and then you got the yapping. You got the talking when you got to my 2-year celebration match. Look at
those two jackasses sitting there.
First of all, let me tell you something. Don't ever tell the big Al Boski to remove that hat. Thank you for putting it back on. That's a beautiful hat.
Very beautiful hat.
And
Well, how about this?
You would never tell me if I was wearing my hat right now, my traditional hat.
That's right.
If I was wearing it right now, you would never tell me to take it off my head.
Damn right.
How about this? When I see you two jackasses tonight, I just plant my foot up your little boy's ass there and smack your hat right off of you.
Don't worry, he's just mad because he's not even getting a hardcore title shot tonight. That's why it's going to the Wolfman. He don't deserve a title shot tonight.
Well, neither does Wolfman, but that's another story.
And it's
Johnny
2 with 2
Bambino
O's.
saying you talk too much.
It's 2 with 2 O's. Go back to English class, idiot. Bimbo.
That's true.
Damn bimbo. Now back to you, Robo.
Hey, 2-year reign. There's somebody else that held that belt for 2 years too, buddy.
And who took it from him? Who ended it? Me.
Hey, what's the thing after 6 matches? We're tied 3-3. Maybe there should be a match down the road that me and you settle this once
Best
and
of
for
7.
all.
I mean, the way you look, it looks like your time is fleeting. So down the road, maybe might not happen.
Well, after this man defeats Wolfman tonight, there's a long, long line of people in contention for that title. You're just going to have to get to the back of that line.
Hey, what happened in the cage the last show? I believe I whooped your ass in the cage.
Yeah, you know what?
No. The cage was rigged. Everyone saw. I had you beat. I tried to get out the door. Someone super glued or Jimmy the lock. I couldn't even open it. By the time I got the damn thing open, here you come. Throw me all across the place. How is that fair? A rigged cage.
Hey, I had a hard time opening the cage too, but I still got out.
No, you didn't. You had all the time in the world after that I got killed. At any rate,
Listen,
but when it comes to this,
listen, I paid you one respect. I told you were a tough little son of a bitch. Just leave it at that.
muscles right here.
That's right, baby. Look at that.
You know what I'm saying? All these muscles. All these muscles.
Is that a straw or an arm you just held up?
All right, just calm down. Now, you know what? You're upsetting the man.
See,
Just
this is
calm
why
down.
I want to do this pre-show. I was originally not even
My
going
my thumb's bigger than your arm.
I'll tell you what, Roadblock, I don't know who you think you are fighting at this anniversary show and my 2-year celebration show. That's the anniversary we celebrate, and no one cares. 43 years. Whoopee. The real 3WA ain't start till 4 years ago when JT Cage arrived on the scene. That's when it started. And yeah, Wolfman was right on his little rinky-dink show on Wednesday. He is the one that got me my foot in the door, but then I danced all over the flow. I danced all over the place at 3WA and made it mine. The original family made it ours. Look at you frozen with that stupid look on your face. I'll tell you what, I'll watch your match. Whoever you think you're losing up, whoever you think you fighting tonight, I'll watch your match, but just also watch me and all my 2-year glory retain this.
That's right. baby. And
Oh boy,
speaking
I'm
of
going to be
cage
watching.
match-
I'm going to be watching your match real close tonight.
Yeah, you could.
You never know. There could you never know. You could have a real up close look at Roadblock, real close tonight. You never know. Just keep running your mouth.
I don't. Hey, speaking of cage matches, the match between top shelf Tyler Sims and Demetrius Arion. I happened to be in that cage, and I couldn't. After that match was over, I couldn't get out of bed for a week. Due to the beating I took from that big goofball, Demetrius Arion. Autumn Breeze stuck her nose in that business too.
She just want to get close to us, but she still went.
You know what? The one thing I regret in that match, at the end of that match, Airhead guy, I didn't break your damn leg.
I'm an innocent manager. I never do anything wrong. And you and that big goofball took turns, and the Wolfman beating the hell out of me.
I just want
with a kendo stick,
Exactly.
with the garbage pail. Ken.
I'll leave it at this. Retribution.
Should have put a bag over your ugly head at the end of the night too.
Don't you worry about it. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling all of you. You hearing it first. Retribution for all that did what happened at that Rediger's massacre and that main event. Retribution is coming. Okay, the original family runs this place. You don't try to do us like that. I'm putting the Wolfman down once and for all. You're going to be put down. I don't care by who. So you better watch yo back. All right? Malcolm King stomping all over Evan Atlas, going to flatten him like a pancake. He call himself a full-time beast. He's about to be a part-time chump.
And don't forget the honorary member, my pride and joy as well, the Barbarian. He's going to come back and he's going to destroy Demetrius Arion. They're going to have to look for a new vice president tonight because Arion will never, ever show up in a 3WA ring ever again for what he did to me. I showed the tape to the Barbarian, and he wanted to come back in the worst way. He is one of the most men in wrestling.
You guys talk a whole lot of trash. Prove it.
Let's not forget the crowning of a new era also with top shelf Tyler Sims winning the World Heavyweight Championship from Michael Mars.
Absolutely. We're going to have more gold in the original.
Let's see if Tyler can keep up with Mike Mars. First of all, he's a tough little guy too. And I think you guys are going to have a little bit more problems taking that belt away from Mike Mars than you think.
Please, this is the night of the original family. We run this like we just stated facts. You can cut us off now. I don't care.
Top shelf is
I'm stating the fact too. It might be a long night for the original family, and you think you run the place, you might get shown the door at the end of the night.
We know we run the place. We are the 3WA.
We are.
Gentlemen,
are the franchise of the 3WA. You remember that term? Franchise.
First of all, don't even use the franchise because there's only one franchise, and I believe. Oh yeah, by the way, I believe me and that franchise beat your asses.
And I'm the man that busted him open. You haven't seen him back since.
Oh, you know what? I'm still pretty good friends with Shane, and he asks about you every once in a while too. He goes, "How's that little boy doing?" He goes, "I believe I owe him a payback."
It's a man right here,
man. I'm a man.
Listen, when you got to stand on a box to look me in the eyes, you're not a man. You're a little boy.
I might just go there, slap the taste out of his mouth too. Cut us off. I'm done with this.
Okay, gentlemen.
I got business to attend to. I'll be out there a lot tonight. So
yeah, your business isn't going to be in the bathroom crapping your pants out.
All right,
I had enough of this.
Gentlemen, we need to move on. We'll see you tonight. It is.
Lord.
There they are. The original Hat Guy and JT Cage. Sorry for the interruption, gentlemen. But they asked for that time. And, of course, Keith and I always give time to wrestlers who want it.
He just can't give anybody else enough. He has to be on the mic, and, he can't give anybody else enough mic time,
No, absolutely. Nathaniel Cunningham's here, the other half of Bad Fellas, and he says, can we just get a title shot? Y'all are getting ridiculous now, speaking of the original family. And Cunningham, we mentioned that earlier when we talked about your tag match, you and Don against
nice and smooth, and we all three of us predicted that the bad fellas are winning tonight, and that might put you right in that conversation for a tag title shot.
But I'm wondering now, because of Nathaniel and Donnie are so worried about what the original family's doing, and they're not paying attention nice and smooth. You know what, guys? You might get upset tonight. You know better than anybody. We know who your trainer is. I know you were taught better than to look past an opponent. You better not be doing that tonight, guys.
All right, Roadblock. Our next match is for the 3WA Heavyweight Championship. Top Shelf Tyler Sims, the former champion, who had to relinquish the belt due to an injury, so he never lost it, against the current 3WA Heavyweight Champion main event, Michael Mars. Roadblock, your thoughts?
This should be the match of the year right here. These guys are both fantastic workers. I've been in the ring with both of them. These guys are, when you say top guys, these guys are the top guys that can carry any fed to where you want it to be.
Yep. No doubt.
Too close to call in this one, but I still say I have the gut feeling. I think Mike Mars is going to pull this one out.
Professor?
They've trained together. They've been the best of friends. They've been the worst of enemies. Tyler Sims cost Michael Mars 6 months of his career. Michael Mars was in there with Tyler Sims when that bicep tour last year, actually, at the anniversary show. We're 1 year removed from that injury. Michael Mars winning the championship. Of course, Tyler Sims has told anyone that will listen for the last year that he is the real 3WA champion, the uncrowned 3WA heavyweight champion, because he never lost that title. And now tonight, we're going to settle it once and for all. We're going to have an undisputed 3WA heavyweight champion at the end of the night tonight. Like you said, Roadblock, it's too close to call. These guys know each other so well. They've
known each other over 20 some years. So
absolutely. They grew up together. They trained together. Yep. But Michael Mars has been turning away every challenger since he's won that championship. And if anyone can turn away Tyler Sims, it's going to be Michael Mars.
I have one thing to say about Michael Mars. I gave him the nickname The Machine because he's like a machine in there. Mm-hmm. He's like, everybody wants to, forget about this guy's name, Chris Benoit, but Chris Benoit was the same thing. He was like a freaking machine. You can't take away what the guy did in the ring. And I feel the same way about Mike Mars. Good dude, but he's like a freaking machine. When you think you got him beat, he's like 4 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm. I agree with both of you on your assessment of Michael Mars. Everything you guys said is true. I can't deny any of that. But I'm here to tell you that tonight there will be a brand new 3WA heavyweight champion in the form of Top Shelf Tyler Sims. That's my opinion.
And there very could be. I mean, hey, I'm not taking nothing away from Tyler. I've battled Tyler through the years. Hell of an athlete for a big man. He's the great moving big man. He can work. But I just have a feeling Mike's going to pull something out of the hat and just catch him off guard and beat him tonight.
Our next match, gentlemen, has been a well-documented and long time coming rivalry between Wyndham James Winthorpe III and Theo Ivory, the former tag team champions of Rule Britannia, and Ivory, a former high impact champion. Wyndham James Winthorpe III cost him that and also relinquished him of the Tea Time Championship.
Wyndham James is what he did.
Well, Wyndham James Winthorpe III and Theo Ivory, gentlemen, possibly first time, last time. It's going to be crazy. These guys have been back and forth on social media. If you guys haven't seen that, go on 3WA's Facebook page. You'll see Theo Ivory talking about Wyndham James Winthorpe III. You'll see the Prime Minister talking about Theo Ivory. This one could steal the show because of all this animosity. Roadblock, what do you think?
I totally agree with you, Big Al. This one could steal the show. I don't even think this will end their feud after this show. I could see it going on for a while yet. These guys hate each other so much. I mean, you got totally converse of style. Wyndham's the ground and pound guy. Theo's the high flyer, but he can pound the ground too. Been in the ring with both of them. Tough as nails. They're both tough as nails. I can't even pick a winner in this one. I just see it not ending after tonight. I could see it going on beyond tonight.
Maybe a no finish.
Double DQ, count out, draw. I could just
Something
see
like that, right?
Yeah.
It could get out of control quick, Professor.
I believe it will get out of control. Look, this is beyond personal now. As you've alluded to, Wyndham cost Theo Ivory the High Impact Championship. Theo has cost Wyndham the opportunity to be the heavyweight champion. They were a dominant tag team until Wyndham decided that he wanted to go the other way. Frankly, I think out of jealousy. I think he's jealous of Theo. I think he's jealous of Theo's youth, and he's jealous that Theo Ivory is finally becoming confident in himself and becoming that person that we all knew he could be. Those of us that knew him in the back and knew him when he was with Wyndham. We all waited and we all were like, Theo, this isn't you. What are you doing? Theo, this isn't you. What are you doing? And now finally Theo Ivory's free. Theo Ivory's embracing his truth, and Theo Ivory is going to be in a fight tonight. I'm with you guys. I don't know that we're going to have a winner because, frankly, I don't think these guys care about the rules of the match. I don't think they care if they're counted out. I don't think they care if they're disqualified. Frankly, I think we're going to have to keep them separated when we get to a building, or they may wind up fighting in the back. They may fight through the entire QMAR.
I agree with you. I agree.
Ring. That is how personal and how out of control this has gotten. Wyndham has stolen the Tea Time Championship. Wyndham has made comments on social media that are so disgusting, I dare not repeat them here. It is beyond personal. It is beyond a wrestling situation at this point. These two men are going to tear each other apart.
I got one last comment to make about Theo Ivory. I could see Theo Ivory after this feud getting done that he could maybe be a future champion down the road. That's how talented that kid is.
Absolutely.
He was high impact champion. He can get it back.
And I think
I think he could
not for Wyndham.
I think he could be a future heavyweight champion myself. He's in that class. He's in that weight range. He could wrestle lightweight, heavyweight. I mean, he's got it. And I'm not taking nothing away from Wyndham. Wyndham's got it too. But Wyndham, he's just got to learn how to shut his mouth and stop being so goddamn arrogant.
Speaking of champions, the 3WA Extreme Champion, Alan Clayball, even though that graphic says high impact, that is not true. He is the 3WA Extreme Champion. Tommy Vex is the challenger. These guys met last month in a hair versus hair match, and the professor was quite derogatory about his commentary towards the next time we saw Alan Clayball in a 3WA ring.
I think they misspelled his last name. There's supposed to be a D after that L, I thought.
Oh, my God. See what I'm dealing with?
I honestly
Roadblock, you and I both don't have hair. He's making fun of the guy being not, hairless.
Hey, man. Hey, Big Al, as we get older, but you know what? I can live with having no hair,
Yeah, I'm good with it. Alan Clayball had a lovely lock of hair. He didn't want to lose that.
Hey, he was the one running his mouth, about that match, and I think Tommy shut him up about that one,
Well,
Absolutely.
I think Sage Matthews actually made the challenge.
That he did.
And that was a problem. Obviously right off the bat, he shoved his own partner. He said, what are you doing? But then he couldn't back down. He couldn't punk out.
I've been in the ring. I've been in the ring with Clayball, Sage Matthews. I'm going to tell you a little fun story about Tommy Vex.
Okay.
I've never been in the ring with Tommy Vex except training almost 20 years ago. And Tommy's a good kid. I mean, athletic. Athletic isn't even the word for that kid. That kid can do anything he wants in the ring.
Hell yeah.
And again, future champion in any weight class. This match, this match is going to be another barn burner. I hope it's the first match of the night because it's going to set the pace for the rest of the show.
That would make sense. That'd be great. But you also you'll have Sage Matthews possibly in Clayball's corner. You might have Mary Elizabeth in Tommy's corner. You don't know.
Yeah, I can see both having somebody in their corner tonight. Like I said, it's too close to call, but it should be the match to open the show, and it's going to be one hell of a match.
You got a
Both
prediction?
guys can work. I'm going to go with Tommy tonight. I have a feeling Tommy's going to pull it out.
Professor?
This is another one that's been so personal, and that's kind of a theme of all of our matches here tonight, right? Is even if it's about a championship, there's still a personal animosity between the combatants. Tommy Vex has been chased now in Clayball. He's been getting stopped here and there. Yeah, you would know about unprofessional, wouldn't you, boss? He's been stopped here and there. He's been bamboozled. He's been cheated. And finally getting that measure of revenge in the hair match, which also got him this title shot here tonight. I believe Tommy Vex has been training like you wouldn't believe down in Vexico City, Vexico. I think he just got elected dog catcher actually down there.
Oh, my God.
So good for Tommy. What?
And Tommy trains like a madman. I've seen Tommy train. That kid trains like a freaking madman.
And so does Alan Clayball, and so does Dog Nation. And tonight, Alan Clayball will retain his 3WA Extreme Championship. Tommy Vex. Just give me a break.
Hey, like I said, it should be the match to open the show because it's going to be a match that's going to set the pace, and I don't know if anybody can keep up with that match.
It's going to be hard to. And then, gentlemen, in the main event, Demetrius Arion, the Barbarian. They wrestled each other once each, right? They wrestled each other twice so far. This is match number 3, a rematch from last month. And the Hack Guy, who was on earlier, mentioned he will be in the corner of the Barbarian during this matchup. What can we expect from this match, Roadblock?
Two freaking monsters. I've been in the ring with Demetrius Arion. Strong as a bull. Never been in the ring with the Barbarian, but watching him as a younger guy, the guy was a bear. I mean, when you give the Road Warriors all they can handle, what's that saying? You know,
he says, I'm pretty sure that this is the 3 stages to hell, according to Clayball's 3WA promo. He's saying that the 3WA Extreme Championship match is a 3 stages to hell match?
I do believe that's what Clayball wanted.
Whoa!
I haven't been able to confirm.
That's big news.
Yeah, I haven't been able to confirm that has occurred or that what the stipulations would be. I'm still trying to look into that, trying to get comment from President Sana's office.
Well, maybe check the 3WA page. Check the 3WA page. Check Alan Clayball's promo on the 3WA page. My gosh, that's awesome. 3 stages to hell.
That's just some big news that was dropped there, boys.
Yes,
I love it. Absolutely. Absolutely love it. Okay. So prediction, Roadblock, for Arion versus Barbarian?
I could see it ending in a double DQ tonight because these guys just hate each other. These guys are just 2 big bulls in there, and they hate each other.
The whole locker room couldn't separate them last time.
Yeah, I know. I was one of the guys out there.
Yeah, you were out there.
Yeah. I could just see it ending in a DQ. I could see it coming back for a 4th time, and maybe I heard if it comes back for a 4th time, maybe the Warlord might be coming along with the Barbarian.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Prediction, Professor?
I mean, we know Demetrius Arion is capable of beating the Barbarian, right? That's what started this. The Barbarian, for 2 years, has had it stuck in his craw that Demetrius Arion was able to beat him. Last show, they took each other to the limit, and the Barbarian threw it away with a shot of brass knucks, and then they nearly tore the entire Q-Mart apart. I thought we were going to have to reinforce the ring. I thought we were going to have to call the police, but we managed to get them apart. What is going to happen here tonight? They've been talking about it for a month. They've been angry. You've got Hat Guy talking about juicing up the Barbarian and getting the Barbarian hot and ready to do this thing. It's going to be a happening. but I think Demetrius Arion can once again walk away with his hand raised.
All right, gentlemen, the last thing we have to talk about, because that was the main event, is this has been a question that is asked to the professor and I both on Around the Turnbuckle and live at the shows before we call it, as if we know everything there is to know about 3WA. We're there calling the matches. We don't know everything, but one of the biggest questions, Professor, and you can attest to this, asked is where in the world is Slayer?
Yes.
Where has Slayer been? Where the hell is Slayer doing? Well, I'm here to tell you that tonight, Slayer returns
Yes.
to the 3WA Arena in Quakertown. And I don't know in what capacity. I don't know if he's wrestling anybody. Is he just going to show up and cause chaos? I don't know what he's going to do. Roadblock?
I'm shocked on that one. I didn't even know about Slayer coming back myself.
There you go.
I've tagged with Slayer.
We're
I've
dropping
been in the
news here,
steel cage with
Professor.
Slayer. You never know. It could be me and Slayer tonight. You never know.
Oh, good luck
Okay.
with that one, pal.
Yeah.
That guy's nuts.
Listen, he may be nuts, but you still can't beat power. Once I grab a hold of him, it could be lights out.
I hear you.
As ever, Slayer.
Remember, I still hit pretty damn hard for an old guy.
Yes, you do. Hands of stone.
All right, gentlemen, that about wraps it up. But wait, one second here. Are you guys willing to talk to JT Cage a little longer?
My God, he's back again.
He absolutely
Doesn't
is.
he have better anything else to do? Like get ready for
I'll
his
leave it,
match
Roadblock.
tonight, you know?
Roadblock, you're our guest host, okay? You took his place. You're awesome for doing that. I'll leave it up to you. Would you allow JT Cage back with us for a minute or two?
You know, put that simple son of a bitch back on the line here.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the 3WA Hardcore Champion is back, JT Cage.
Like, you guys are so mean, that son of a bitch back on. Like, you don't introduce me back.
Yeah, you simple little bastard. Don't you have nothing else better to do?
Damn it, y'all messing me all up. Damn it. See, I wasn't even going to come back on. I just want to say one thing about Slayer.
Can I read about this comment you said no?
Mhm.
We had my bastard brother locked away in an asylum. The original family believes that Demetrius Arion let him out.
That's our belief. That is exactly what we believe. All of a sudden, Demetrius had been poking his nose at original family business, making my two other brothers, Malcolm King and Tyler Sims, fight each other at a Quakertown show.
I remember that.
And you know what happened at the last show in Renegers at the auction house, what happened to us. And then all of a sudden, this video comes out showing who's fighting who at the anniversary show, and then you end it with plus the return of Slayer. It's obvious what happened. Demetrius Arion needed reinforcements because he knows the original family dominates. So
Yeah, how much did you dominate the last show in the cage?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see too much domination there.
You know what? I'm sick of you right now. I'm sick of you.
You can be sick of me all you want, but I still whipped your ass in the cage.
Y'all all did what you had to do, pulled your strings to get Slayer out. We had him locked away. The only thing that used to protect you guys from Slayer used to be the original hat guy. So now you take it upon yourself to let this madman out? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, you guys treated Slayer like trash.
We treated him well until
Yeah,
the
bullshit.
the dog acted like he had rabies and starts attacking folks and trying to come after me, who is another victim that fell to the hardcore champion. Not too many people have penned Slayer, but I am one of the top on that list. All right. And if Slayer gets out of hand and tries to go after anybody original family, there won't need to be a bounty like last time. I personally will take him out. I've done it.
Hey, you guys never collected on that. You guys never collected on that bounty. That's pretty funny. You guys keep running your mouth about this bounty. You guys never collected because you could never collect it.
Hey, and that's fine because some idiots like Nathaniel Cunningham couldn't get the job done. Just like Nathaniel Cunningham tried one time and hit the original hat guy in the head with a pipe.
Oh yeah, you got to
Why'd
bring
you laugh
weapons.
at that, Professor?
That's right. That's all you can ever win with is weapons, right?
He did that. We didn't do it. Nathaniel
Yeah.
Cunningham did
Oh,
that.
but you didn't have nothing to do with the pipe coming into play, did you?
No, I had something to do when Pike came to play against Nico Gray, though. Hey, Nathaniel Cunningham owed us a favor because he couldn't put Slayer down, and he reciprocated it. And I put down Nico Gray. You haven't seen him since, have you? That's what
No.
happens when you face the ruler of it all. Let's go through the list. The Colt, gone.
Hey, ruder of it all. I remember a certain battle royal that was that you got your ass handed to you by the Brotherhood.
The Revolution Rumble, yes. And how messed up was that? Oh, the Brotherhood. 2 brothers, 1 and 2. You Roadblock and freaking Molson, Drew 1 and 2. Drew number 1.
Well, you're the hardcore champion. You're supposed to be tough as nails. You just got your ass handed to you that night.
Hey, I got an option. When my number was called, number 3, when my number was called, I didn't have to show. I could have been like, oh, screw this. I don't need to be in this. I'm already a champion. But I'm a fighting champion. I want more. So I came down to that ring anyway with all my bravery. And fought the Brotherhood all by myself. And I survived. Oh, yeah, I got my ass kicked, but I survived. In fact, I think I was very instrumental in eliminating you both. Another victory.
Hey, oh yeah, you eliminated me, but who got you out? I believe it was this guy.
Oh, yeah, and how fair was that?
No, I just helped give you a little pull. They pushed you over the ropes, brother. And you know what? I've always given you your due saying that you were a tough little bastard. But you know, now I'm going to say one other thing. You run your mouth too goddamn much, and eventually I'm going to shut it for you.
Listen. You earned my respect. I'm saying right here. You did earn my respect a little bit in that cage match. A little bit. Wolfman, I respect a little bit. I know he was crying on Wednesday talking about he's the one I turned. He was like a father to me, and I turned my back on him 4 years ago to join Hat Guy. Whoopee. You brought me to the dance. Me and Hat Guy took over. All right? And for you, I do respect you some. But just like I'm going to put Wolf down, maybe you are next. So
I'm going to tell you like I tell everybody else. Line up, and I'm going to just knock you down.
Whatever. I'm the champagne of the 3WA, so take a good drink.
I don't need to have a title shot just to whip your ass.
We can do this when I get there. I don't care. You know me.
Listen, I'll do it right out in the parking lot.
I'll hit you with my damn car.
You better bring a big car because you're going to need it. And by the way, when you hit me with that car and I don't go down and I rip you out of it and beat your ass, I'm going to eat your lunch while I'm doing it.
You know, I don't even know why I'm wasting my time with you. You are not even in my headlights right now, okay? Because I have to focus on the Wolfman. And apparently I got to focus on a return.
Yeah, you better worry about the Wolf. You better worry about the Wolfman tonight because I hear he's going to whip your ass all around that cage.
But how good could a one-legged man do in an ass-kicking contest? Let's not forget.
No, you never estimate an old man because you know what? Us old guys find a way at certain times to get that energy that nobody can match.
Professor Keith, I want you to professicate about something for once. All right, I want you to use your noggin. What are the odds of Wolfman beating a 2-year champion, a man that has been through it all? Dog collar, stone tacks, wooden planks, drywall, chains, kendos, handcuffs, this, that, and the third, thrown off of a freaking 20-foot balcony through a table. A man that's went through all of that and took an ass kicking and still keeps on ticking. What chance does the Wolfman, who obviously has lost a step or two in his aging years, plus has one leg, what for real are the odds that man can beat me?
That man has stood across the ring from Terry Funk. That man has survived Abdullah the Butcher. That man took you to the limit in that coffin match. You had to use ether or carburetor cleaner or whatever it was to put him down and put him in that casket. The Wolfman is angry. I have seen the Wolfman fight at his best at times when he's counted out, when he's hurt, when he's injured. You've got all you can say grace over tonight, buddy. You know this isn't going to be a cakewalk. And you know as long as you've been the hardcore champion, he was the hardcore champion longer. And he wants that title, and he wants a piece of you. So you better be focused, and you better be ready tonight.
Oh, I'm focused. I'm ready. I'm just saying the man got one leg. Big Al, I think
Yes.
the more professional, the more intelligent one they keep, because that answer was garbage.
Mm-hmm.
You tell me what are the odds that the Wolfman can beat the ruler of it all, JT Cage, alongside the original hat guy. Don't forget.
Well, Mr. Cage, earlier in this show, we predicted that match. We went around the room and predicted that match. And those two gentlemen with me here today both predicted that you're losing the 3WA Hardcore Championship. And I correctly said that you can't bet against a guy who's had that thing for over 2 years. It's like betting against the Kansas City Chiefs and winning the Super Bowl. It's like betting against the Atlanta Braves this year. It's like betting against any major champion out there. It's hard to bet against a winner, a guy who wins.
And
So
then you think the challenger has one leg? One leg.
I'm not even worried about that because the Wolfman will bring the fight. Make no mistake about that, okay? He will bring a fight to you today, but I'm not betting against the champ, and you will retain your 3WA Hardcore Championship, my prediction.
Thank you. That's all I would like to say. That's all I would like to say. And I also would like to say someone better control Slayer, because I'm not having any of that on my proudest day, my proudest 2-year anniversary celebration.
What's up, cuz?
Not in the mood. I am not in the mood. And Roadblock, you can look at me with your beady eyes if you want to. You stay out of my business too. I know you itching to get your hands on me.
Hey, you squirrely little bastard. You ever watch
Uh-oh.
boxing? I remember back in the day, they said George Foreman was too old to win the heavyweight title. And what did he do? He shocked the world at the age of 45 years old. Just remember, just because we're old doesn't mean that we're dead yet, brother.
Oh,
And
no.
How old was Diamond Dallas
Predict
Page?
tonight
Oh,
that
no.
the Wolfman's got one great match left in him.
Oh, no, I know you old bastards are resilient. I understand that. Trust me, I've been in there with both of you. I understand that. I'm just saying the Wolfman don't stand a damn chance in hell to come after me when I'm at my best with one leg. He could be pissed all he wants. He could punch all the walls he wants. He could throw all the things he wants in a hissy fit because he can't beat me. Yeah, I made him pass out with what you call ether. I call it truth serum because knocked him out, and the truth was I won. You know what I mean? Like, he couldn't do it then. Why would he be able to do it now with one leg? And I said it on Wednesday, and I'm going to say it again. His best bet would be to just do what the fans and the doctors have been saying for him to do and not compete in this match. Now, if the Wolfman does show up and the Wolfman does decide to sign that whole, what do you call that, Keith? Home harmless, held harmless, whatever it's called.
Hold harmless.
The hold harmless agreement, which I understand he has been presented, and he signs that, and he lips on down that aisle to fight me. I am ending his career. I am breaking his leg, and Roadblock, you'd be lucky if I don't take that leg and beat you with it.
Well, anytime you think that you're going to beat a legend in this business and break his leg, that's just you being afraid of him.
Please. And let I tell you, I'm going to say it right here, right now. I am the new legend of this business, of the 3WA, because of my legendary 2-year reign as hardcore champion. I am the legend. Like I said, I am the champagne of the 3WA.
All right, gentlemen, we got to wrap this up before
Okay,
the
then,
United
legend. You're
Champions.
only a legend in your own mind.
Got one.
We'll see you guys tonight in Quakertown. Thank you very much, Mr. Cage, for joining us. There he goes, JT Cage. Guys,
That guy has a real problem with himself. You know, one of these days he's going to catch me in a really pissed off mood, and I'm going to whip his ass really good.
Well, I mean, I'll be, you know, you guys know how I support the original family, but I will admit the guy does write checks sometimes that he shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he can't cash, but I'm just saying that he shouldn't write some of the checks he says.
You know,
I mean, he
the
does.
state of mind Wolf's in right now. You know
Yeah,
as well as I do the state of mind Wolf is in right now.
We talked to him Wednesday.
And that guy is over there pouring gasoline on it.
Yeah.
He better
Wolfman
be
was
afraid.
invited, Keith. Wolfman was invited to join this show. Unfortunately, he was busy preparing for the event tonight and could not join us. But shout out to the Wolfman and good luck tonight in your match with JT Cage if you watch this later. And we're going to get out of here before WWE Night of Champions is over on Peacock at 1 o'clock. In case you're interested in that, WWE Night of Champions is over at Peacock. The Professor and I will be back on Around the Turnbuckle on Sunday. But tonight, 3WA's 43rd anniversary at the Q Mart in Quakertown. General admission's $20. They're damn near sold out. You better get there early. Get in line.
Yep.
Because they will be turned away at the door. It's the huge event of the year for 3WA. Congrats to everybody involved. And Roadblock, thank you for being part of this pre-show here today, sir.
Thank you guys for having me on. I had a pleasure joining with you guys tonight. And it's like I said, you guys are still one of the best.
I'm not sure if Front Row is sold out yet, Keith, but there it is. There's the address. Come on down and hang out with us tonight. It's going to be happening. You saw the whole card. We just talked about the whole card. If not, go back and watch the replay here when we get off the air here. But yeah, Slayer's coming back. Demetrius Arion versus the Barbarian. Theo Ivory versus Wyndham James Winthrop III. You don't know if this guy down here is going to get himself involved in the hardcore title match. You don't know. Alan Clayball versus Tommy Vex in 3 Stages of Hell. It's going to be crazy tonight, guys. Crazy. No doubt the women's champion Autumn Breeze will be there. I mean, you know, the list, and Dino Santa always has a surprise or two with these anniversary shows, so you just never know what might happen tonight. It's going to be crazy.
Yes, he does. He always has something up his sleeve. It's
Something
gonna be a
up his
crazy
sleeve,
night. It's gonna be a fun night.
Something up his sleeve. He always does, and he never tells us, so we don't let the cat out of the bag. And, you know, the Professor and I are going to be there ringside, calling the action, which will be available in episodes of 3WA Carnage. If it's not its whole one big event, it'll be split up in whatever, but we'll figure that out tonight. But anyway, check out 3WA Carnage on the 3WA YouTube page. Gentlemen, we'll see you tonight. For the Professor and Roadblock Chad McCoy, I'm the Big Al Boski. We'll see you guys in Quakertown.
Have a good one, guys. Have a good one, everybody.
If you smile. Calculations